guys, it's Keith. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed. And I know by now you probably know what you're going to talk about. So we are going to talk about belly fat. I'm going to keep it in the nutritional aspect. I'm not going to talk about the physical activity part, which is actually what you need a lot of it, by the way, to lose belly fat. So guys, let us look at some foods that actually makes us gain fat around the abdomen. And remember, when there's fat around your abdomen, it doesn't just end there. When there's fat around your abdomen, it probably means some of them are in your heart, some of them are in your liver, these organs that when you have fats in, you're at risk of contracting cardiovascular diseases and these weight related conditions. So guys, the first one are sugars. We take sugars each and every day. Personally, I'm trying to reduce it as much as I can, so I rarely take sugars. But guys, when you're taking a lot of sugars, remember, when I'm talking about sugars, I don't just mean the sugar that we add in our tea. It's also dangerous, by the way, but then I'm talking about these every sugar products. We could have cakes, we could have sodas, we could have these sugar sweetened beverages. Remember, we also have fruit juices here, because fruit juices, each and every time you're taking a fruit juice from somewhere else that you've not prepared on your own, is probably sweetened by a lot of sugar to make it palatable. Nobody wants to eat food, or let me say, nobody wants to drink anything that doesn't have a lot of sugar. So guys, taking a lot of fruit juices that are sweetened or sugar sweetened is just another way of gaining weight fast, by the way. When you're taking a lot of these fruit juices that are sugar sweetened, you'll end up gaining weight. You'll end up consuming a lot of liquid calories that at the end of the day is going to be so harmful to your health. When you're taking a lot of cakes, when you're taking a lot of sodas, you're going to end up consuming a lot of sugars that are actually harmful to your health. And I'm not saying we're not supposed to be taking these, no. I'm only saying we're supposed to be moderating it, because sometimes you find people saying, I'm not eating a lot of food, but then I end up gaining weight. So guys, sugars is one thing that you're supposed to be really moderating, so that you can start reducing the fats in your belly. Another one is a high carbohydrate diet and low fiber diet. Guys, when I'm talking about a high carbohydrate diet, we find ourselves eating a lot of ugali, a lot of white rice, a lot of white bread. But then guys, these are the kind of foods that when we take a lot of it, you find yourself gaining a lot of belly fat. First of all, when you're taking a lot of the refined carbs, you're not feeling full so fast. So you'll find yourself consuming a lot of it. So by the time you've consumed a lot of it, first of all, refined carbs will spike your insulin level. It will spike your glucose, your blood glucose level, which is actually very dangerous. And this happens almost immediately you've finished eating. So guys, I'm simply saying, each and every time you want to take carbohydrates, let us opt for the whole grain carbohydrates. You know the difference between the whole grain and the refined carbs. With the whole grain, we have all the nutrients that we actually need. Let's say somebody is trying to lose weight. You'll probably need fiber, because each and every time you're taking a high fiber diet, you'll find yourself losing weight. Fiber reduces the hunger hormone. Fiber reduces the cholesterol in our bodies, which is actually what we need. But when you're taking a lot of refined carbohydrates, I've said, when we're talking about the refined carbohydrates, we're talking about the white maize flour, the one from the shops. We're talking about the white rice. We're talking about the white bread and stuff. When you're taking these refined carbohydrates, you'll find yourself having a lot of cholesterol in your body that, if you actually don't burn them using physical activity or any other way, are going to be harmful to your health. So guys, we have most of the times we find ourselves consuming a low fiber diet. By low fiber diet, I mean, in your plate you'll find a big ugali, you'll find a small amount of vegetables. Probably you didn't take any fruit throughout the whole day. But remember, we need fiber. Fiber, like I've said, reduces the cholesterol in our body, and fiber actually improves satiety. In your plate, you should be having a very small portion of carbohydrates. ugali, white rice, white bread, and stuff. You should be having a very low quality of carbohydrates. Actually, sometimes you can opt for a diet that has no carbohydrates because you can survive on there's a diet called keto diet. We'll probably talk about that in another video, but right now we should know that consuming a lot of carbohydrates, especially refined carbs, will probably make you gain belly fat. And then guys, there's a part of this that actually many people avoid, but is something that you cannot avoid when it comes to belly fat. If you want to lose the belly fat, you'll have to consider actually working out to shake it off, because you can never actually lose that belly fat if you don't include the physical activity aspect of it, unless you're doing an intense intermittent fasting. So guys, physical activity is a very important aspect when it comes to losing belly fat. We've talked about sugars. We should be moderating sugars. We should be reducing the level of cholesterol, generally by taking a lot of fiber. We've said we should be taking a lot of vegetables. Your diet should probably consist of 75% vegetables, which many people do not like, but that is what you're supposed to do. We should be moderating the amount of these sugar sweetened juices, sugar sweetened beverages, cakes, sodas. We should be reducing that a lot. Even if you have to take it, kindly moderate. And if you find yourself taking a lot of it, kindly don't forget to work out, because by working out, you're burning most of it. And guys, kindly remember the whole grain aspect of all this. When we're talking about whole grain, I've said and I'm still saying, when we're talking about whole grains, the whole grains have the most important part of the grain is the bran, the outside cover. And when you're taking refined carbs, refined carbs, they remove the outside cover, of the brain, of the grain, sorry. This is what actually contains antioxidants. It contains micronutrients. It